Today we are going to learn about the different instruments of the woodwind family. All the instruments in this family used to be made of wood, which gives them their name. Today they are made of either wood, metal or plastic. They are all pipes with holes with an opening at the bottom and different kinds of mouthpiece on the top. To change the sound or pitch, you cover or uncover the holes with your fingers. We will now look at each instrument, starting with the highest in pitch, the flute and piccolo. The flute is the oldest of all the woodwind instruments. You hold the flute sideways, and to make a sound on the flute you have to blow across the hole in the mouthpiece. It's a bit like blowing across the top of a bottle, which I know you want to go and try. The fingers open and close the keys, which changes the pitch. A shorter version of the flute is called the piccolo, which means small in Italian, so small flute. It is pretty much half the size of the flute and plays the highest notes out of all the woodwind instruments. The clarinet uses a thin piece of wood called a reed, which is attached to the mouthpiece. You hold the clarinet in front of you and blow down the mouthpiece, which vibrates the air against the reed and creates the sound. The bass clarinet also has a single reed and is so large that its top and bottom are bent to make it easier for musicians to play. As it is one of the biggest instruments of the woodwind family, it plays some of the lowest notes, as you will hear. The oboe is special because it uses a double reed. A double reed is two pieces of cane tied together. The player holds the instrument upright and blows through the reed. The cor anglais, or English horn, is very closely related to the oboe as it also uses a double reed. However, it is slightly longer and wider than an oboe with the bottom shaped like an onion. Because it is larger, the cor anglais plays lower notes than an oboe. We are now going to hear two of the instruments that play the lowest notes in the woodwind family. The bassoon has such a long pipe it must be folded in half. If it was straight, the bassoon would be taller than you. The bassoon uses a double reed just like the oboe, which is fitted to a curved metal mouthpiece called the crook. The contrabassoon is much larger than the bassoon and is the biggest instrument of the woodwind family. It is twice as big as a bassoon and plays the lowest notes in the entire orchestra. Now, there is one instrument that we haven't seen or heard today, as it is not usually part of the standard orchestra. This instrument is called the saxophone, and the saxophone has a single reed just like the clarinet and is probably most famous for the theme tune from The Simpsons. Test time! Let's see what you have learnt today. Answers will be revealed at the end. What instrument plays the lowest notes in the woodwind family? What instrument plays the highest notes in the woodwind family? Can you name 2 instruments that use a single reed? And can you name an instrument that uses a double reed?